О, началось, господи, мы
All
дождались.
right. Hi, Pittsburgh. Hi, Twitch chat.
Спидран сетапа.
My name is May. My name is May. I am a speedrunner for Baldur's Gate 3. I currently hold the world record for the any percent category. As of yesterday, the all axe category, because we actually just got a record in practice yesterday, which was pretty cool, and absolutely no other category. There is no secret
Самое
third
интересное,
category if
раннер
anyone tells
вчера
you there
взял
is, they're
ВР
wrong.
в этой категории.
How about
Это
we start
плюс.
introducing our coach? We'll start from left to right with Kronos.
Yep, so hi everyone, I'm Kronos, and I speedrun quite a lot of games, Elder Scrolls, Halo, and now Baldur's Gate 3. And yeah, I've done so many runs of any percent all X, formerly held the record until May broke it, you know. But yeah, do lots of the run, so it's really nice, really cool run, so yeah.
Hi, my name's Delph. I do a lot of glitch hunting and routing for this game. I actually helped a lot with getting this route off the ground before GDQ. I'm also the world record holder of the bear percent category. And this is my bear plush.
В общем-то, люди, которые сидят на диванчиках, ну, на креслицах за раннером, это раннеры игры. Ну, все, не считая вот томата Ангуса. Его зацензурили, потому что он не Ангус, там еще одно слово есть. Букву пропустили у него. Он довольно-таки известный ютубер по спидранам.
First important thing to run is we're going to be playing
Хороший
as a Lightfoot
комментатор.
halfling. This is for a few reasons. Number one, they have faster animations for a few things we're going to be doing. They have
В общем-то,
really nice race
берется
features
хафлинг,
for, dice rolls and stuff like that.
анимации
And their
быстрее.
size is small, which we need,
Он
for
еще
speed versus what we're doing
счастливчик.
throughout the run.
Он еще маленький, и
We
из-за
play as a
этого
wizard just
пролезет
because
туда,
they have
куда не
access to,
пролезет обычный
all the
персонаж.
spells we'll need throughout the run.
В общем-то,
And we'll explain those
Визарда
spells
берем.
as we go on, throughout the run as they come up.
И в качестве заклинаний у него
Urchin
стоит
is the
увеличенный
background.
прыжок и
Backgrounds don't
плавное
really
падение.
matter. Stealth sometimes can, but for the most part, not too important. Our ability scores are a little odd for a wizard. We are jacking up our strength as
Сейчас вы
high as
видите
we'll
немного
go,
странное
because we're
распределение
going to have a
очков у
very
волшебника.
unorthodox method of transportation throughout this run. And it just so happens that our jump distance happens to scale with our strength stat. Dexterity also going to be
И
maxed out for better initial
дальность
rolls.
прыжка скейлится от
And then
силы.
everything else is going into intelligence,
Так
just so we
что
can have as many prepared spells as we need at once. There's also one other really important detail I need to figure out here. Okay, there we go.
Oh my god. You turned yourself into a pickle.
We turned into a pickle, and now,
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
все.
all right.
Мы
And what
prевратились
is
в
the winner
огурчик, как
of the
пошутили
bid war
на
for the name?
стриме.
It looks like Tom from MySpace is our winner.
Let's go.
That guy's my friend.
Том from MySpace победил.
So time won't start on this cutscene. Time will start after I skip this one. Ready to count down
Как
from
только
5,
скипнем катсцену, начнется
5,
заставка.
4,
4,
3,
3, 2,
1.
1. Let's go. Наконец-то начался спидран.
So right off the bat, we're going to load into the tutorial Nautiloid here, which is where
В общем-то,
you meet all your
грузимся мы сразу
companions, you get
на
introduced
телепорт.
into the game's
Это
combat,
туториал, и как вы
all
видите,
that fun stuff. You'll notice right off the bat, we are
прыжки
hopping around
невероятно
incredible
далекие.
heights,
Мы
as we are
прыгаем на
just going to
километры.
blast through everything with this ridiculous
И
jump
сразу
speed.
же прыгаем не
There's
туда,
also this really
куда
cool wall
предполагается
here,
игра,
and if you believe hard enough and
потому
mash
что
your mouse hard enough
вот
on
тут
this
вот
one
есть
particular
маленький
spot,
спот.
we perform RNG manipulation and fail the clip. It's okay. So that's actually,
Мы фейлим клип
That was
сразу
real.
же.
Practice that a lot.
Загрузка
We practice that a
автосейва,
lot.
ресет
That's one
рано,
of the hardest
анлаки.
tricks for newer runners to learn, actually. It's right at the start of the run.
Если что, мы сразу на
So
себя
we end up with a
кастуем
lot of people joining
модификатор
Discord,
магический
with questions about that clip.
усиление
Just
прыжка.
because
Он
there's a
длится
lot of really weird factors.
10 ходов, если я
Positioning,
правильно помню.
camera angle, all of that good stuff.
Поэтому
So
нам
we
надо поспешить желательно. И раннер, видите, переходит в тактический режим как раз-таки из-за
There
этого,
we go. So now we are
чтобы у
through the
него
wall.
время не шло. Все. Мы
And we are
прыгнули
in
сразу
the,
же
final
в
fight of
бой.
the tutorial area.
Это
So
вот
we're also
финальный
stacking our
бой
dashes. We have
зоны
enough
обучения. Мы
movement to just jump through
пропустили
here.
встречу
Tutorial
с
ends when we
Лазаэль,
interact with
с
this transponder, which
Shadow
activates the
Heart.
ship. So
Мы
interact
просто
with that,
прыгаем к
just
финалу
smash
вот
through these cutscenes, and we are all
активации
through the tutorial in,
телепортера.
normally that would be about,
И
like 30-40
туториал
seconds,
кончается на этом сразу же.
real time, if we didn't fill the clip.
полностью вот
So this takes us
все
into.
обучение
So go ahead.
I
пропустили.
was going to add, if you're worried about spoilers, there's only the major bosses are spoiled in this run. There's
Right.
practically no spoilers throughout
Если
the
вы
game.
боитесь спойлеров
If
в игре,
you're
то
worried about spoilers
можете
watching, do not be worried.
спокойно смотреть, потому что
Anything
здесь
too crazy.
спойлерятся только основные
So now we're
боссы.
into the game's first act. Kronos, how about you explain
Сразу
what
же
we're about to
снова
perform here?
рекастуем на себя
Yep, so
прыжок.
right here, this is a big trick called shadowboxing that we're about to perform. So right here, May is setting up a node at a very precise spot. It's like a pixel where you can set this lineup for. And that's the spot where we're going to teleport to by using our character and recruiting Shadowheart, and we're going to put her in a box.
So, I saw. Well, I was watching the
Ну,
donation
нам
box for this
рассказывают
game,
про,
just, while we were waiting, and I
как
saw
он
a lot of
называется,
donations that said Shadowheart
про
best
трюк под
girl.
названием Shadow Box.
I really,
Заключается он в том,
I don't
что
mind to either.
Shadowheart окажется
I
в
truly
коробке.
apologize for what we're about to do, though.
She deserved it.
She does. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's part of the glitch. Kronos, how about you continue?
Yep. So
Да.
now that Shadowheart is dead,
Вот для
as
этого нам
Eric-
нужна
as we
была
said,
сила.
we're going to put her in a box. In specific, we're going to put a
Берем коробку,
ball of fire on the ground.
поджигаем,
we're putting Shadowheart in the
кидаем
box in the fire, and we're flipping
Shadowheart
the box
в
to that
коробке,
location, and she's
отправляем
gone.
коробку и
What does that accomplish? Like, what just happened by her doing that?
Yeah,
Well,
so
when we
Yeah.
add to camp, we'll find we're at the end of Act 1.
и мы в конце акта 1. Почему это работает?
So what's
Don't
happening
even
there
ask.
is we are launching Shadowheart towards a cutscene. She's gonna get revenge here now, by the way. This sets up for another glitch.
Если что, она нам
Beat up
отплатила.
on Tom from MySpace. The reason we're doing this is so that we can set up for some infinite status glitch. But basically what we did there to get
Ну,
Shadowheart there,
это делается для
and get to the end of
другого
Act 1,
глича.
we're launching her towards a cutscene trigger and breaking the box, which dumps her off at the end of Act 1. The game kind of
Если что, вначале мы
realizes that,
перемещали
you
свиток
can't cut trigger
в
cutscene with a
конкретный
dead
пиксель-спот,
Shadowheart. So we
в
sort of
который
just, pop her out of the
телепортация
box,
произошла.
force a long rest,
Я не
and
представляю,
as
как
soon as we're
раннеры
done
это
long
нашли.
resting, she is alive with the trigger.
Yep, and something you'll also notice is that our character's status effects are no longer ticking down even though we're not in turn-based mode. And that's because of something called infinite status glitch. By killing our character, picking them up in turn-based mode, and then reviving them. So
В общем-то,
it makes all
убив
your
персонажа
turn-based effects permanent.
Driving them out of
и
turn-based mode.
убили
Also, the
персонажа,
entire mountain pass, we're just done with it.
подняли его в пошаговом режиме и воскресили, и после этого он получает странное загличенное состояние, в котором у него
4 minutes, yeah.
бесконечное количество бафов, ну не бесконечное количество бафов, бесконечная продолжительность
Got time for
бафов,
one, yeah?
Awesome. Okay, first of all, we are over.
и нам не
we are,
приходится
let's say,
перекастовывать
less
на
than
себя
$30,000
дальность
away from
прыжка.
$2 million, which is amazing. We're also over $82,000 to the $100,000 that we need for the developer room showcase. So that means over 82%, which is incredible. And we have, sadly, there's a $50 donation from Add Your Heart who says, please don't kill Shadowheart or
I'm sorry.
Lazrael.
It has
So-
And absolutely not Karlak.
I promise not Karlak, I love her. So now we're going to go into, this is the Shadow Curse lands.
Yes.
And first thing we're going to do
Ну, проклятые
is
земли.
pick up
Здесь
Shadowheart. We
особая
disguise
механика.
as I think it's a halfling, because
И вы сейчас видите
if you disguise self,
очень
of
важную
course,
часть
logic would
Shadow
have it
Heart.
that your actual body becomes lighter, and so we can use a glitch called
Да.
kidnapping to pick her up and just bring her wherever we want. Okay, thank God. You can nat 1 that check, and it actually kills runs. So thank goodness that did not happen here. So we're going to drop Shadowheart off and swap a few spells around. We're going to get
этот-
command on Shadowheart. And the
этот
reason for that is we need
Translomon.
this dude to politely hand over his... Uh-oh. We're going to pray for the RNG. Okay, so we ask him politely to hand over his lantern. For some reason, that does not make these dudes hostile. We're going to say, hey, I need protection for this curse. He's going to say, sure. And we're going to now... I'm sorry
Получаем
again,
фонарь, который
pull
защищает
Shadowheart
нас от
fans.
проклятия.
She's
А,
gotta
нет.
go. The reason for
Она
this
сно-
is that we
Shadow
are
Heart
going to
снова
pretty much
нас
send one character off to haul it towards Catholic as fast as possible. Who
выручит.
is the boss for this area? Lae'zel, meanwhile, we're going to send on a great journey to the Last Light Inn. That's because there is an item over there that we need. We need an invisibility potion for
Нам
some...
нужно зелье
We'll
невидимости.
just say
Так что
we're going to perform some shenanigans. We'll leave it at that. I don't want to spoil.
Боже. Абсурд.
So for now, we're just making our way over to Ketheric with our main character, so this would be a good time for some donations.
Awesome. Yes, I have plenty of
Главный
donations. I was
персонаж
just going through
сейчас
some more. So we have
идет до Кетрика, в то время как Лазаэлли у нас отправляется в таверну, в которой есть торговец, у которого нам надо купить зелень невидимости.
So here's $1 for each hour I've played of it. Wow. And also $1 for each hour of the other 3 people I've played with. Can't wait to see this game broken and finished in 1/10 of the time it would take my group to finish it. We've also got a $100 donation from
Если что, мы прыгаем
Julian, who
сюда,
says,
чтобы
"Let's get
открыть
that
телепорт,
$2
потому что вот там вот находится конец главы.
All right,
И
so now,
наш
we're
персонаж
in,
отправляется в тюряшку.
the prison at Moonrise Towers. That's because we went to approach the army, and they throw you in jail if you get too close. We're now going to do a glitch called a brain cat jump. You'll see these intellect devours on the right side of your screen. If we kind of just jump onto where they're pathing, if we just warp onto the side of the screen.
That is really hard, by the way.
Вот сейчас это сложный глич был, потому что мы пытаемся прыгнуть в зону действия вот этих маленьких видимости, маленьких. Я не знаю, это мозг, я забыл, как они называются, и нас туда телепортируют просто нагло. И если что, это акт 2 заканчивается в месте, где наш главный герой после победы над Кетриком Тормом.
That gives a whole bunch of experience for some reason, and that's perfect for us as speedrunners because we're going to need that in a minute here. So Lae'zel grabs that potion of invisibility, which we can in a minute
Вот,
transfer over to our
Лазель
main
берет
character.
зелень невидимости, мы сейчас уничтожаем всех вот в этих капсулах, и там, в общем-то, тифлинги, как они зовутся, майндфлееры сидят в этих капсулах, а мы просто их всех вайпаем и получаем с них опыт. И это очень выгодно для нас.
It just kind of accepts that if you're here, you must have fought Ketheric. So now we're going to bring Shadowheart back, and we're also going to use that same infinite status glitch we used earlier on her. We'll drop her.
Да, тут все акты.
Every time you pull up the inventory screen for the party and Shard is just laying there in her underwear dead.
Oh yeah, it's
Every
awesome.
time.
So she told us to sharpen up or we're done.
Сейчас
Fortunately,
Shadowheart немного
she's
недовольна
not gonna.
тем, что произошло.
Not gonna have a good time this run. Shard just kind of gets the brunt of the end of the stick the entire game here.
Ее берут сейчас в друида ветка спорт, если я успел правильно разглядеть прокачку.
We're going to take Misty Step and enlarge on our main character, and then Shadowheart you'll notice
Берем
was
Mist
split
Step
into
и изменение
a circle
размера
of the Moon Druid.
персонажа.
If you're wondering at this point how this party can fight Ketheric,
И сейчас вы задаетесь вопросом,
let's
как
just say we got some magic.
эта пати может сражаться с Кетриком.
Tomato,
What's up?
do you happen to know the average weight of the North American grizzly bear?
I don't know, like 30 pounds?
It's about 700 pounds.
Okay, that's
So we're gonna take advantage of that real quick. First things first, we're gonna cast Enlarge on our friend Shadowheart. And we're going to turn
Тестуем
Shadowheart
увеличение на
into a
Shadowheart.
bear.
I love bears.
Превращаем
Remember that
Shadowheart в
700 pound
медведя.
figure I mentioned? Well, we're looking at about 5,005 kilograms right now.
Мишка у нас
a
весит
big girl.
5
So we're going to buff up our party now
Пять
with Enhanced Leap and Featherfall on all our
тысяч
guys.
килограмм.
And
Сколько?
we're going to drink the invisibility potion I mentioned earlier on Shadowheart, and that lets her just jump up here with 0 punishment. I'm gonna quick save because this can go a little dicey depending on our dice rolls. We're gonna cast a minor illusion down here, which gets Ketheric down into this zone. He is immune to
Так,
all damage.
кастую малую
until
иллюзию,
Shadow-
что
until,
заставляет
Nightsign
Кетрика
over here is
спуститься
free.
в
So
эту
we're gonna
зону.
warp over there with our
Но он
main
неуязвим,
character.
пока мы не освободим песнь ночи.
See
Вот
how this
отсюда.
goes?
Ой, я спойлернул. Простите меня, чат. Простите. Я спойлернул. Ну, не сильно. Вы не знаете, что тут происходит и как оно тут оказалось все. Они говорят, Пау, 5005 килограмм? Мне не послышалось? И смотрите, что с Кетриком. И что произойдет с тем, когда на...
You get 116 bludgeoning damage to the head.
Ему нанесла.
And now you get phase two. So normally, oh, here,
Мы
I'll show this
перевели его
off too.
на
So
фазу 2
normally
тем,
you
что
get the
ударили
scene where
его
it's the big reveal. So
Shadow
we
Heart
get to
форме
the
медведя,
avatar of
которая
Baldur, right?
весит несколько сотен
He's all
килограмм, и
spooked
формула
and
игры
he
рассчитала урон ему по
scares your
башке.
party,
О боже.
frightens everyone, and Shadowheart swears because she's so frightened by this. Good news though, she's a bear, so we got her censored for GDQ. So now, how are we gonna jump on this guy from this angle? Well, it turns out the jump key is pretty magical if you just press it enough times. And so if we kind of just line this up here. We just kill Catherine.
That's the act 2 boss down in 12
That's
minutes.
the Act 2 boss now. So now we've got Catherine
Это
farm
был
here. We're
акт
gonna
2.
loot him and regroup our party. And
Мы
we're gonna
только
do
что
a little bit of
лутали
housekeeping. What we're
босса
gonna do,
второго акта.
this kind of breaks the game in terms of like the scripting. First of all, Minthara is here, but you can't actually talk to her. You
В
can't
общем-то,
talk to
мы
her, but
полностью
you can punch
сломали
in the
игру
face.
скриптами. Здесь стоит Минтара, и мы не можем с ней
Has that
поговорить.
ever happened? Okay.
О нет, этого никогда не происходило.
You said the thing.
Okay, we'll reload for a Catherine. We'll have time for some donations in a second. She is
Мы
okay, she's
загружаемся,
never
потому что
gotten,
Раннер чисто по
upset
приколу
before by
толкнул
that.
Минтару.
Normally so what's supposed to
И
happen is she kind of just takes like a champ, and then the next time you talk to her,
на них
she's like, "Thank you
сагрился
so much for
NPC
saving me.
союзный.
I can't believe people would rescue me from my captors and all that stuff." So we got time for some donations.
У Ларианов любовь
Awesome.
к,
I'll try to speed
как
through
это
a few
называется,
because we are only $12,000
механики
away
игры, в
from 2
которой
million,
нет
so let's
как
keep that
таковой
up. Oh my goodness.
механики, в которой нас
And
чем-то
only
ограничивают,
7,000
поэтому
for
если
RUSC,
игрок
7,000
находит
from the
какую-то
developer room
странную
showcase,
вещь,
which I know we all wanna
они
see,
это
so here
не
we go.
нерфят
$5
особо.
from June, who
Вот
says,
здесь вот
"Let's go, May."
единственное, что они
We also got
понерфили, это то, что вы можете
Amelia, Jen, and
убить
Skylar
определенных
saying, "Hi, May.
гардов.
It's been
Я не
amazing.
буду
We're
спойлерить,
all
каких.
getting to see what AGDQ
Тем,
we're
что
all so
в
proud of you for getting the
ДНДшке
headshot from the backstrap.
работает правило,
Best
что если у
Chuck, you've
существа
got this.
любой отрицательный
We
стат,
have-
то он умирает.
we have
И
$25 from
в
Jamaica
третьем
Lynn,
акте
who says,
есть
"Once you see
определенные
AGDQ,
стражи,
you'll never want to
у
leave."
которых есть
That
4
one Baldur's Gate
интеллекта.
lady, I think.
Вот у
We
них
also have
показатель
$25
интеллекта
from
4.
Zell,
И вы
Zeno,
можете
Dos Lobos, who says, "Where is
понизить
this fit and how is it
интеллект
evolved?"
этого гарда
We
с
have
помощью
$100 from the Emperor, who
понижения
says,
стата
"You've
до
got a
минус
strong
1,
sense
и он
of
мгновенно
offer
умирает,
to
а он
donate
очень
until
сильный.
2 million
И это
entries."
единственное, что они понерфили
So I won't do the
тем,
funny show-off
что...
thing this
Я не
time.
помню, они,
So this
по-моему,
time we're
подняли
actually
ему
just gonna
интеллект или
recruit Shira,
запретили
who shows up
воровать
here
его.
because of the weird scripting thing I mentioned earlier. So she's going to join our party, and our main character is
Мы
going to be
рекрутим
here.
Жихиру.
Aelin and Isabella are going to try to join our party, and RUSC basically going to say, "No, please don't." They're like, "We'll make the if we promise."
Они хотят
We're just gonna
присоединиться
say,
к
"No,
нашей
thank you."
пати, но мы говорим, нет,
So
спасибо,
over here we
вы
have
свободны.
Wolbern Bongle. I love no names, by the way. We just kind of mash 3. He gives us gold. I've never done his quest, so I actually have no idea why he gives you gold. And now we're going to go to the road to Baldur's Gate.
И все,
We're
мы
almost
сейчас
done Act 2.
бежим к вратам
We're gonna do a
Балдура.
little bit of housekeeping
Это будет
first with
третий акт.
Jahira, and that we're going to take a long rest, which brings Withers over to our camp. If we move over to Jahira, and hey, wait a minute. Does he usually look like that?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
He's looking good though.
He's looking. Is that a
He's look
Styrian's shirt?
good.
Погоди, что? А почему он так выглядит?
Art thou nasty? That's a good one. All right. Well,
Can we romance Withers?
Да, я не знаю, это...
so Jahira's going to be speccing into a with.
Мы респекаем Жихиру, а почему он так выглядит, я не знаю.
What is this?
Give him my phone number, man.
We're going to try to roll up this. This is a new one. Twice in one go. Wow.
Да,
so we're gonna be giving
он
Jahira,
почему-то в
wizard
кофте
spells. See, pretty
Астрона.
much the same setup we had on our main character, except we're going to be maxing Constitution.
Тут просто Раннер тоже удивлен. Это штаны и
So most
капли.
of our spells we're taking on
Вроде
Jahira
бы.
don't really matter. Our only goal
Клоун
here is
капли
really
есть
to
тут
get her
такой.
to a,
Ну, по крайней мере, мне его
a
штаны
level 8
напоминают.
conjuration wizard, and that's for a feature that they have that we'll be using later. I won't spoil it, but it gets pretty magical.
И снова, кстати, волшебник качает силу, потому что
Perfect, because I have
сильный
gotten
маг
$5,000
лучше
donation
умного.
from Uranium Anchor. Woo! keep going. Oh my goodness. Uranium Anchor here. Another event in the books. Another set of wonderful experiments to make the show better than ever. And I dare say it's been a wild success, even if I did mean I was having to constantly wrangle the tracker into dealing with the new schedule and the glorious checkpoints. The rest of the team that's been working on these features has been an amazing collaboration, both technically
Да,
and
сильный Макс
organizationally.
не умел.
Already excited to
Качаем
work
нашу
on
пати
making
за
them even better for next time.
полученного
But I'm also
приключений.
looking forward to getting some sleep. Only after Final Fantasy V is over, of course. And after that, I'll be looking forward to our next event. In the meantime, stay comfy and game on. And let's get to that 2 million.
Долгий отдых. Выходим и отправляемся в акт 3, в котором произойдет обязательное событие.
All right, so that wraps up Act 2. So now we're on to Act 3, sort of like Act 2.5, I guess.
Вот тут будет переходный
So this brings us
эпизод.
into a camp scene where we're going to be attacked by some
Зал
Githyanki.
вообще весело.
This normally is the big reveal of the game. I wish we
Здесь,
said no spoilers, so I won't spoil, but it's the
как
big reveal,
говорится,
the astral plane, all that.
тут
Those who know, you know.
открытие
But that
большой
takes a
тайны и
really
все
long
такое.
time. There's a lot of exposition,
Но это
there's a
занимает
lot of
кучу
combat.
времени.
So instead we're gonna
Много
have
боев.
some rather unique ways of handling this. So since we
Но
spawn in, we are going
мы
to
с этим
max through the
разберемся
cutscenes,
уникальным
and with
способом.
our main character Tom from MySpace, if we go over here, you'll notice that Baldur's Gate is over in the distance.
И если вы сюда придете, вы увидите, что Балдуры, врата Балдура вот там вот. И если мы...
All right, well, maybe if we just go to nap, it'll resolve itself. Uh-oh. All right, so we're under
нет,
attack, and
слип не
we
получился.
have Lae'zel level up for this
Нет,
reason.
нас атакуют?
She's going to go first because she has the alert feat, and what we're going to have her do is use her action surge she gets from being a fighter.
И что же
We're going to
происходит?
cast a mage hand over there.
Мы
We're going to have her use a jump spell so that she has a
тестуем
whole bunch more
магическую
movement.
руку.
We're going to jump her over here so she's right next to the portal, and as soon as
Прыгаем.
she's there, we're going to mash the tar out of this. Hopefully this works.
И отправляем Лазали
So now all
в
of our characters in
астральный
this
мир.
cutscene where normally this portal would close behind us, but we've just
О.
broken it. So we have control of our mage
О.
hand who is not in this cutscene. And with this cutscene, it's bad news for Shadowheart. Because we're gonna launch her off the edge once again. And what this does
She
is
deserved it.
this breaks our characters out of that cutscene, and now we can grab Jaheira, we can cast invisibility on ourselves, and we can just walk right back out where we came into our camp, which still has all these hostiles, but we
Это
can just
гениально.
take a nap.
Враги все еще в
We're
лагере,
gonna nap away that
но
$5
поскольку мы сломали
$5,000
катсцену
paid for 2 minutes.
и в инвизе вернулись
So we're
назад
over
в лагерь,
here
мы
in
просто
camp,
легли спать,
and we're in combat, but
и
fortunately there's a
всё.
button to just leave camp. We press our fire. So now
Враги,
we load into the
как только мы
progress of
проснулись,
Act 3. This
проснулись.
is Rivington.
А зачем
This
ГГ было
is
убивать?
where-
Потому
so
что
this part of
ГГ
the game,
не может быть
the
в
story
катсцене,
summary for those who haven't
из-за этого
played at
Джихира
this point
становится
is
главным
basically,
персонажем
it's, collect the
в
Infinity Stones. Till
нашем
the big bad to
управлении.
go collect your Infinity Stones.
И
So
с
the
помощью
big bad in this area
спелла
is
руки
Baldur Gortach, who is
мы
basically trying to start like a
вытолкнули Shadowheart с этой с арены. Она умерла, и это
Wow, all right.
вывело наших персонажей из катсцены, и мы смогли с Джихирой выйти через портал, который, по идее, должен был сразу закрыться. Но из-за смерти нашего героя и наличия у нас заклятия руки, он не закрылся как надо, и выкинутая Shadowheart за границы экрана позволила ей выйти в инвизе и завершить вот этот вот день, тем самым пройдя в следующий акт, пропустив обучающую часть. И, кстати, как видите, мы настолько далеко прыгаем, что по крышам мы сможем... Мы можем туда допрыгнуть? Серьезно? Мы до туда? Кити, говорю, вот здесь вот Гартош, вот он справа стоит. Биться с ним гиблое дело.
Fortunately, if you try to, so Larian Studios, they once said at the one Bear reveal, they're a studio that believes in player choice. And I love that because
И эта игра все оставляет на выбор игрока, и выбор оружия тоже выбор игрока. И вы можете использовать персонажей как ваше оружие ближнего боя. И если мы используем гратошек, величественное оружие, Против пола?
Oh,
And so you might think we're about to attack the floor, but no, because we cancel it. And so now he's over here away from his coronation. And if we use that kidnap thing I did earlier at the start of Act 2, we can see that now he's ready to come with us on our grand adventure. And he does not get hostile from this at all. So fortunately, so we can kind of just take him to a quiet corner out back and do what we need to do with him. And fortunately for us, if we walk right over here, there's very conveniently this bridge right here. And so if we kind of just go right over here to the edge, we can drop him off, and bye-bye. And that's Gortash. So we'll grab his Infinity Stone, and that's it. That's it for Gortash. And now we load into Act 3.
Let's go, Twitch chat! Let's go!
You're so
Боже,
close to
это...
doing it.
Чтобы вы понимали, я знал, как работает спидран этой игры, но я не знал, что есть вот эта тактика с Гратошем через то, что его можно унести и выкинуть с моста.
It's happening, it's happening!
О. Все, мы взяли 2 миллиона, у нас будет 1% спидран, который вообще еще лучше, чем это. Боже. Ой. Это просто... Использовать механику игры, чтобы наделать таких дел, это да. Если что, кстати, у нас вся пати воскресилась, потому что мы перешли в вторую половину акта 3. Ну, в полноценный акт 3, если что, потому что первая половина акта 3 была вот на той половине, это вторая половина. И у нас еще третья половина акта 3. В общем-то, у нас 2 из 3 камушков, которые нам нужны, чтобы собрать 3 форса и спасти принцессу Зельду.
May MySpace live on. So we got Tom, and now we're going to drag him into the sewers. Normally, people who play this game will know that the sewers is how you get to the spot where Orin is, but we're going to get there through a rather unconventional means. So what we're going to do is go through here into this spot, and up here is Orin in disguise. Orin is a shapeshifter. And she has several points in the game where she kind of jumps out at you in disguise to try.
Сейчас они говорят, что Орин шарпшифтер, и она может появиться в нескольких местах в игре. И вот это Орин в форме ребенка, которая сейчас застряла здесь и не может покинуть форму ребенка из-за того, что мы прыгнули туда, одновременно с тем, что стагерили катсцену взаимодействия с артефактом. Мы скинули нашего персонажа в инвентарь Орин, и с помощью магической руки мы попали в комнату разработчиков. Как это работает на техническом уровне? И поскольку мы толкаем Орин в тот момент, когда у нее в инвентаре наш персонаж, нашего персонажа телепортируют в комнату разработчиков вместе с Орин. So we have to go to the morphic pools, and the fastest way to do that is to do exactly the same thing we just did, but do it again. И сейчас мы получили камень Орин, но нам надо еще попасть в место, где происходит финал игры, поэтому самый быстрый способ это сделать — повторить трюк, который мы использовали. И сейчас у магической руки разговор с Орин.
Oh, what happened? Oh, we did it! All right.
Yeah.
So
О,
now
всё
Oren
получилось.
goes to her temple, as she mentions, and now we are at the temple. So we're going to jump pretty much right to the end of the game with this, because this is the reason we go to the temple is because this just kind of happens to be the quickest area we can get to the temple. By the way, this door is locked behind a quest, but it kind of turns out that if you activate tactile camera and just look around,
И эта
here
дверь
with the misty
закрыта
step,
за квестом.
and
Но
believe
если
our
вы
luck,
активируете
you kinda can just go
тактическую камеру и
free.
нажмете
If you don't have Misty Step, that's a soft lock. Your
Misty
character's
Step,
trapped in there forever. Bad news
то
for you.
вы
So
можете
now we're right
переместиться
next
сюда,
to the Morphic
но
Pool, which
если у
is
вас его не будет, вы
basically
там
the prelude to the
софт-локнетесь,
final
но
area of the
по
game.
спидране
And we
вы
have
так не
time
попадете
for
туда,
probably
чтобы
1
так
or 2
софт-локнуться.
donations while we make our way over there.
All right,
Боже.
awesome. Let's just get this out of the way.
Вот сейчас
$50
огромная
from
оптимизация
Super Spicy Cherry, who
прыжками,
says
чтобы
$2
не
million
идти
hype.
обычным путем. Дальность прыжка под
Awesome.
этим
And we
спеллом
have a
просто
$50 donation
колоссальная.
from Lonesy Car
Мы
presents
сейчас
a penny for
проскипали
almost every kilogram of Shadow Bear. I'm so happy to catch this one live. Thanks
огромнейшее
for the fun,
количество
May.
диалогов.
Good job so far, May.
Вот это я понимаю. Ран
All right, so this
хайповый.
starts the final area of the game, pretty much. You start. So this is kind of like the fake out scene where you go to defeat the big bad. Also, Shadowheart's jumping in the water. Sorry. The reason she does that is that we can skip a cutscene later on. For some reason, if one of your party members are dead, then a cutscene just doesn't play on this patch. So we're going to line
В общем-то,
this up,
на этом патче, если часть ваших персонажей мертва, здесь не проигрывается одна из катсцен, поэтому Shadowheart прыгнула в лужу.
A whole bunch of combat by just kind of jumping straight through here. I need to wait to see if I get stunned here, because if I spam jump while I'm stunned, then I can get a soft lock. So we're gonna
Сейчас
just wait on this, jump through here.
мы хотим прыгнуть так, чтобы не попасть в стан вот от этих волн в момент прыжка, иначе мы словим софтлок. Это баг, который встречается, кстати, все еще и в актуальных версиях игры. Я на доблести его получил, если что. Я на доблести застрял вот в этой анимации и ничего не мог с этим сделать. Не загрузиться, ничего вообще. Мне пришлось Alt F4 нажимать, благо сейф через Alt F4 откинул меня чуть назад. Благо. Но это да, опасная вещь.
We're going to prepare invisibility. And the reason we need to do this is because we're going to have to get a level 3 invisibility spell for what we're going to do in just a second here in the final area. As well as we need invisibility going down there, because otherwise there's a ton of angry Gith who will just absolutely smoke us. So jumping down here.
Сейчас мы кастуем невидимость, потому что там куча врагов, которые очень злы на нас, поскольку мы с ними не разобрались. Вот здесь вот финальное решение игры крайне важное. Тут какие-то исторические вещи, которые нам объясняют, связанные с историей, но спойлеров у нас не будет. И мы такие, окей, сделай ты, преврати меня в пожирателя разума, и все, у нас персонаж такой, оп. Получил ветку пожирателя разума. В общем, Лазаэль делает лучшее, что она делает в сюжете, она прыгивает вниз. И кастуем невидимость, потому что мы не хотим получить сражение с противниками. И, боже, мы сейчас только что проскипали несколько заставок, потому что прыгнули по крыше. Почему я не знал об этом, когда на доблести все это проходил? But it turns out, if you pan your camera in this really weird spot and use a misty step on this brainstem, если вы повернете камеру вот в этот странный спот, вы можете... Боже. И проблема здесь в том, что здесь будет бой, и мы в огромнейшем андерлевеле, но заранее мы можем кастануть инвиз. Flat bonus, 15 psychic damage on every single hit you have.
that is literally everything. Whether it's a multi-attack, whether it's you throw something, whatever. So we're going to stack that up to 3 times. And that'll mean that every single thing we do does flat 45 bonus damage. After we stack that, we're going to cast our level 3 invisibility. And now all of our characters are invisible as we go into this final fight.
Мы сейчас все в инвизе, что очень важно для финального боя, потому что нам надо дойти до портала, который тут будет.
So we'll have this fight start, but nobody actually can see us. Every single one of our characters is invisible.
Бой начинается, но никто нас не видит.
Kind of just fly because of mind flare powers through this. Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't go.
Ой. О. Вот эта вот часть, конечно, с щупальцами не скипается, потому что немного скриптовый, все нормально. И вот здесь мы должны использовать камни, чтобы совершить телепорт. Да, мы делаем это в инвизе. И вот Mother Brain, финальный босс. Но у нас куча бонусного дэмэджа за счет способности. И у нас 45 бонусного урона на каждом выстреле с этой обилки. Это магические стрелы, которые не могут промазать. Они наносят по 45 каждая, и это Т3 получается. Он кастанет ее 6 раз суммарно. Получается, мы 6 раз по 45 бонусного дэмэджа нанесем Mother Brain, и он просто ваншотнется сейчас. Да. Изи. Мы выбираем злобную концовку, потому что это быстрее. И все, время. Браво. Это пример того рана, в котором, как бы ты ни старался, ты не успеешь объяснить все, что происходит. О, боже. И сейчас будет any процент, как я понимаю.
They're shrugging and pointing to me, so we're gonna go for the glitch one first, I think, because that one's a little more chill than what we just went through. So we'll smoothen it out a bit.
Let's take it.
So we'll start from where is my save?
There's some fantastic names in there.
Oh yeah, we got some real good ones. I had to delete a few. They wouldn't have invited me back if I had those ones up here. But, don't worry about it. So, the thing with the start of Act 3, I remember that we kind of we grabbed Gortash, we took him to the bridge, we took him out back, we tossed him off. And you'll notice that with Orin, we had those stones kind of just lying around. And it turns out Gortash has those too. If we kind of just go over here. So the exact same method as we were doing earlier. Oh, I forgot to pick up my tab. One second.
Хочу заметить, Лариан заплатили Game Tank Quick за рекламу. Игра сломана.
So now Jihira can go over down here, and there are multiple disguised Orins in this city, so we can kind of take our pick. But the easiest one happens to be this journalist up here at the end of the bridge. And I'll go through this, and I'll show you how to do this at home. I'm playing on patch 4 of the game, just mostly for personal comfort, because there's a few weird camera changes that happen in patch 5. But you can do this on any version.
Мы сейчас сыграем на патче 4, потому что это удобнее. Мы используем Kidnap Glitch. Ну, Kidnap Glitch позволяет нам взять живого персонажа в инвентарь. О, нет. Мы не прошли проверку на атлетику, так что упали. Поэтому подождем, пока поднимемся.
We'll do a quick save just because this is a little precise in terms of your sequence of events. And we are going to do the same pickpocket that we did earlier. This is DC 0, by the way. You can just pickpocket this dude who is 35 kilograms, and you can just do it for free without a check. So now he's in there, and we are going to
мы закинули
detach our mage hands that
в инвентарь персонажа, призываем руку.
We start sneaking with our mage hand just so we have more time to line up the shove. What basically is happening here is as soon as Orin has any hostile action taken against her, she leaves her disguise and gets thrown to the dev room, which is basically how this happens.
И как только Орин получает любое действие, направленное на него как враждебное,
So if we queue that up during that shove, such that we're teleporting to that ally who is in Orin's pocket at the same time that Orin is being teleported to the dev room, we thus teleport to that ally who is being taken to the dev room.
и, в общем-то, используя способность телепортации к союзнику, мы телепортируемся в комнату разработчиков, потому что туда переносится Орин. А там лежит тело нашего союзника.
So this is an alternate way of doing the start of Act 3. Technically, this is faster. We just kind of wanted to do the Gortash off the bridge for the meme, if I'm being honest. And now we're in this area.
What's that sheep doing here?
What's that sheep? That's a good question. There's a lot of things here that I don't know what they're doing here. I have a list of notes here I gotta pull up, because there's a whole bunch of stuff we can do here.
Здесь много вещей, которые мы можем сделать. Это комната разработчиков.
Sitting on the ground here. If we pick one of them up, we'll get the exact same cutscene that we normally do. We'll get the experience we normally do. We get this, Bane's chosen has fallen, blah, blah, blah. Also, here's Bane, by the way. This is just one of the gods in D&D canon, and this is what he looks like. He is a level 1 human with 10 in every stat. Just an average Joe Schmo.
Бэйн здесь один из богов, если что, ДНД. Бэйн. Он 2000 человек, 10-10.
Not really anything particularly special. We got a ladder over here too. This is my favorite ladder because this ladder really takes you places. You'll wonder where a dev room ladder can take you. Takes you right back to the dev
И
room.
тут лестница.
Naturally. Can I ask
Лестница, которая отправляет вас в комнату разработчиков.
Okay.
So the way it works is Orin has a whole bunch of different like states, and like for her shapeshifting is what I believe is how it works. So each of these
Нас сейчас спросили, почему здесь 3 Орин. Но, судя по всему, это 3 Орин для каждой версии ее формы. Шарпшифтер — это смены облика. На каждую форму смены облика тут есть Орин.
And she has a cutscene where she gets corrupted by the Absolute. She gets turned into a Mythra. So if we start a dialogue with her, we can see that dialogue over here. We say, "You aren't safe." She goes, "Ah, your face, the Absolute has shown me." And she turns into a Mind Flare. It's this super spooky scene. I won't play it because it's kind of body horror. But if we skip through this and look back at what's happening here, we're chilling.
Bing chilling?
So the reason the reason that happens is that cutscene is happening over in the actual spot where it would happen in game, but our character's over here. So over where that is, there actually is a Mind Flare, but here we're fine because that is we're safe. We're safe all the way over here. We've also got a whole bunch of good stuff over here. We've got the Emperor. And if you look over here, we have Dribbles the Clown next to the surprise-based teddy bear. And this is my favorite, because if we firebolt the surprise-based teddy bear, we kind of just demolish Dribbles the Clown. Again, we can also use this. This is my personal favorite.
Это шоу-кейс с комнаты разработчиков, которая вообще недоступна в игре, по-моему, никаким образом. Но как? Уже знаю, что доступно.
We'll see. We're gonna pick a fight, and out come all the Emperors. Every single Dream Guardian, all the Emperors, and they get super upset. So now they would start a fight, and we'll see if we can get our way out of it. We'll see if we can win this one. It's not looking too good, I gotta say.
Выглядит не очень хорошо, вряд ли мы сможем победить.
I gotta say, it's not looking good for Jahira here. Oh, the Dream Visitor even is going. Uh-oh. Well, that's it for Jahira. All right. So that's that one. And we can also take a look at the other dev room we entered earlier.
Ну и сейчас мы посмотрим на другую комнату разработчиков, в которую попали ранее, то есть их тут не одна.
In Baldur's Gate 3 actually stem from Divinity speedruns, which makes sense because they're on the same engine, they're made by the same dev.
Многие трюки, которые здесь используются и в спидранах Divinity Original Sin.
Stuff like the Shadow Box that uses what we call a node fling. That comes from, that originates at least from Divinity, a whole bunch of stuff like that. So now if we jump over here, we're going to do the exact same rogue port we did earlier.
Мы точно так же прыгаем
And
туда
we'll
и
be able to get a
триггерим
good look at the dev room earlier,
артефакт,
since we're
чтобы
now not
начался
on the
диалог.
screen. So we put Lord backup of Oops because this was my backup character for if something really went spicy during the run we just did. We'll summon our mage hand again. And we're going to do the same shove that we just did earlier. So now we're in the dev room. So see, we have all the same ore in the reds over here. We've got our nether stone on the ground. We've even got some test missions with Gortash. I don't know if this book actually comes up anywhere in the game, but yeah, just some short descriptive text of what a quest would look like. Over here we've got Ghost of Murder's Past. We've got a whole bunch of heart leaps.
Ну,
And
это
my
именно
favorite
комната
character
разработчика
from Baldur's Gate 3, we
называется,
have
потому
Human.
что здесь разработчики хранят
Continuing on,
всякие
we've got a whole bunch of paintings. We've
интересные
got this
такие объекты,
wall.
которые игрок не
These are
должен
actually
видеть,
solid,
не
and you
должен
kind of
сюда
walk through this
попадать,
like a hallway
поэтому
here.
такие вещи обычно комнатами разработчиков называют.
And over here we've got the same Emperor stack. We learned from last time, though, we are not going to mess with him this time. And we have Gale, level 1 in Act 3. Kind of bringing the party down. Also over here, you remember Bane from when we were in the last step room? Well, here's Shar, a level 1 4 HP human.
Дар в виде
Also over here walking is a
Пэл
Varsa
Ванны
Etude. We've
4
got
хп
Tender
человека.
Honk, Hannah Beefing, and my favorite, the Strange Ox, who we can even talk to.
Same, honestly.
Me too, man. What else do we got in here?
Heard.
We got,
That's where the Angus comes from.
Yep.
that's where the
Exactly.
Angus comes from. We've got,
The chair?
where is the voice? The voice of the app. So there's this NPC in here. There's of all these NPCs in here, most of them are neutral aligned, but there's one that's friendly aligned. And we'll see if we can get an appearance from them real quick by attacking the Strange Ox.
I think it was the other room
was
that
it?
had it. Yeah.
I've seen it in this room. We'll see if we can get it here. Oh, where is he? Where is he? There he is. So if we go over here, we see the one friendly aligned NPC we have in this room, the voice of the absolute.
Единственный дружественный NPC в этой комнате — это голос Абсолют.
I've been saying that for years.
So basically the reason this is here, we believe, is you need an NPC in cutscenes. Like if you're in a cutscene with an NPC or a dialogue with an NPC, you need to have somebody
Причина,
you're
по
talking
которой
to.
мы
And so this
предполагаем,
that
что
somebody
такой
is the
NPC
voice of the
есть,
absolute,
это
who's a level 1, no type apparently.
это
And that's that.
NPC
Even if-
нужен
I'm
для
not
использования в
really gonna
катсценах.
show it off, but if you trigger a fight more over towards where the voice of the absolute actually is, they'll get super pissed and they'll run over to the voice of the absolute and they'll just start wailing on him for you. Yeah, that's about it for the dev room.
И все, это комната разработчика показана.
Fun stuff.
Данный гол выполнен. И следующий будет Any% спидран.
My
You want
bad.
like a quick donation while you're swapping over?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I have two really fast ones. So one is a $50 donation from Magico13 who says, I hate it when I find a person in my pocket. The other one was $50 from Dietary Fiber who says, throw that bear. Also, just letting you know, we do have a new milestone to hit. So keep getting donations in tonight. It is for the Final Fantasy V Omega Super Boss. That is at $2.5 million total. So donations, like keep them coming in, support the Prevent Cancer Foundation, and thank you for all your support so far. All right, back to you, May.
All right, so now we'll roll straight into our Any% run. And this one, those who know, we're going to be
Any%
doing it
run?
with Gale.
Те, кто знают, те знают. Мы будем делать его за Гейл.
I hate this dude.
What have you got against Gale? What did Gale ever
What has Gale got going for him? Be honest with me, man.
Look at that mane.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. my Gale enjoyers in the crowd. So we're going to do I like him too. He's awesome. So we're going to be doing a very similar setup to what we had last time. And we're going to be taking Enhanced Sleep, Chromatic Orb, Magic Missile, and where is the last one? and Fog Cloud. The other ones don't matter in terms of our spells. We're going to be doing the same setup where we're kind of just maxing our strength. This time, though, we're going to change up a little bit in that we're going to be getting 16 or 17 intelligence instead of our previous 15 intelligence. That's because we want to have 4 prepared spells at once. Oops. We want to have 4 prepared spells at once so that we can just go through the whole game without having to swap our spells at all. We're going to be using Magic Missile and Chromatic Orb for the same Shadow Box setup. We're using Fog Cloud for the same skip that we did in the Mountain Pass.
В общем-то, спидран Indie% заключается в повторении глича с Shadow Box, где мы помещаем Shadow Heart в коробку и телепортируемся к концу акта 2. И с помощью мисстепа Гейлом отправляемся в акт 2, где сюжетно происходит интересный момент. One, go. Skip. Точно так же. Повторяем все то же самое, что делали. Полностью скипаем начальные часть игры.
Alright, so RNG's looking pretty good, so we got the skip that time. And you'll notice I only used 1 dash there compared to the 2 dashes previously. That's because shorter races have less movement speed, so they need to dash more in order to make this jump and walk over.
Сейчас мы делаем один дэш вместо 2, потому что халфлинги, полурослики, получается, имеют меньшую базовую скорость.
The end of this act, everything's largely the same in terms of how we're just kind of blasting through everything as fast as possible by just teleporting to the end of the act. So you have time for a donation here while we do that.
Awesome, because we have $250 from May's mom. Who says, May, I am so proud of you, kiddo. Have so much fun. We're all watching at home.
Снова отправляем свиток в определенный пиксель.
So cute. Let me know when I have time for more.
Oh, you have time. You can go ahead.
Okay, because we have $10,000 from the Yeti. That's amazing. All right, they say, hey all, Yeti here, 2 million hype. We've got a milestone too. We've officially hit $100,000 from orders from the HDQ 2024 collection. Thank you to everyone who has placed an order so far. 100% of the profits go to Prevent Cancer Foundation. Let's go. Thank you to the Yeti.
Повторяется глич с коробкой Shadow Heart.
So I'm going to go for a bit of a safer route because we're on a marathon here.
Мы сейчас пойдем более безопасным маршрутом, нежели чем на марафоне. Ну, потому что мы на марафоне.
Specific damage to be done to your box such that it breaks at the end of your throw without it breaking immediately as you place it down. So because that's entirely RNG based on your dice rolls, it's usually about a 50% chance you'll actually get a run that'll be viable by the time you get to Act 2. So we're going to go for the exact same setup we did earlier. And we're good. Nice. All right, so we've made it to the end of Act 2 with that. We're also going to talk to Gale's cat, who basically shows up and says, hey, you have nuclear IBS. I need you to eat this ring, or things are going to go real bad for us. So she shows up and delivers this ring. So we're gonna listen to her consume the ring of evasion.
Спидранер говорит то, что спойлерит игру. Я вам говорил, что спойлерить не будет. Переходим в акт 2.
We have NPCs we have to talk to, so we can't do the same skipping thing we did earlier where we'd normally skip all those cutscenes. So it turns out that with NPCs you have to talk to, if you kind of hit them with a spell, that will often just trigger the dialogue instead of a combat. So we can just smack Withers twice and smack Raphael once. We start the dialogue with Withers at the same time we start the dialogue with Raphael, and that's
Мы сейчас атаковали NPC, с которыми должны были поговорить, потому что это триггерит их диалоги. И мы одновременно стриггерили диалоги двух персонажей из-за того, что первый диалог выгоднее второго. Мы начали с атаки по персонажу, у которого ветка диалога короче.
Pass, which is the second final area of the game, because we are going to be finishing this run in Act 2. The way that works is that Gale has an early ending
В общем-то,
exclusive to his
мы
origin
в
in Act 2, which
акте
is why
2
we pick him for
можем
his
получить раннюю
speed.
концовку,
So we're basically going to jump through here the
и
exact
именно
same way that we did
поэтому,
before. So probably time for
ну
another
как, в
3
акте 2
donations,
для Гейла
as we do the exact same
доступен
thing.
вариант
Absolutely. We
диалога, в
do have
котором можно получить
$2,500
концовку во
from
втором акте, и именно поэтому мы его используем. Вот здесь вот мы кастуем туман, способность, которая мешает противнику в обзоре, и он не видит нас, из-за этого не триггерится
So we
бой.
don't actually do the exact same thing. We have to talk to Elminster here, who is a story NPC
Говорим
for
с
Gale.
NPC, потому что это
He basically
обязательная
shows up and
часть
says,
для
listen, I
Гейла.
just got off the phone with the goddess of magic, and she needs you to blow up. There's this really big enemy in the next act you're about to
В
go to.
общем-то, раннер спойлерит то, что спойлерить я не буду, просто вот этот вот волшебник говорит, что мне помоги, и позвонила богиня магии, и у нее тут такая разрывная идея есть, которая предполагает твое участие. Мы все организуем, и игра закончится во втором акте.
You might be wondering in the last run, if we have shadow boxes that can just take us to cutscenes, why don't we just launch our way there to the same cutscene that we had at the boss? And that's a great idea, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So as we load in here, we have Shadowheart, we have Gale, we're going to demolish Shadowheart again. Oh, what a nice roll! All right. Destroy
Раннер
Shadowheart,
обрадовался, что
pick up
Shadowheart
her
станет
body.
шотом
We're
удар.
going to create our fire surface on the ground, turn on turn-based mode, and launch our box down. Oh, I don't like that one.
Снова запускаем
Great audience members right now.
коробку с Shadowheart.
Listen, I promise. The thing is, this is legitimately optimal. Like, you might think this is like a meme route. This is legitimately the fastest way you can speedrun this game. I'm not even
Поверьте
trolling.
мне,
So
это
we're gonna go for this. This is
официально самый
kinda
быстрый
risky,
путь спидранить эту игру. Это не
Our roll kind
мем-раунд.
of sucked. We got a 1, so we're only going to get this trick to work if we roll a 3, which is a little sus, but we're going to see what we can do. I'm trying right now to get a camera angle for where I'm going to set my node from earlier.
I think you need to zoom out one tick.
Yeah, I know this. Oh, there we go. All right, so you also notice in my hotbars this new fancy ability, Netherese or Blast. This will immediately get you a game over in your own game because it's Gale detonating the nuclear IBS. So now if we go over here, if we're looking for a chasm. If we put our pixel 1
Сейчас
to the
она
right of that
целится.
chasm, we
О.
drop off, that sets our node.
Всё.
If we launch the box, oh, we got the 3!
Perfect.
All right, perfect. So we got the
Oh.
good RNG. So now we're
Идеально.
all the way to the end of the game. If we can get the cutscene. All right, so now we're here. And this is
Всё,
where Gale
триггерится
finds the
катсцена
absolute.
финальная.
Mr. told him he needs to blow up, so we're going to say, absolutely, obey our
И всё,
goddess,
выбираем
detonate the
эксклюзивный
orb,
вариант
destroy the absolute. And
диалога.
off he goes. I'm going to let this cutscene play out because I think it's amazing just how confused everyone looks at this.
This is me the morning after I eat hot wings.
So they're like, hey, what's
Всё.
going on? And
Игра закончилась.
that's it. That's the game. And if we skip here, time is as soon as the X appears in the top right of my screen. Time.
Все, время. Изи. Изи. Абсолютно сломанный спидран для хорошей игры.
Job, man. Awesome.
So that's all I've got for you. This has been Baldur's Gate 3. What a journey to get here, honestly.
Всё.
I
Поздравляю,
really only
чат.
got
Это
started
был
into speedrunning, properly, I would say 5 months ago.
последний ран
I
для
did a little
меня
bit
на
dabbling with
этом
speedrunning
марафоне.
Cocktail in
Дальше вас
2020,
ждет
but
Final
really came back
Fantasy
to it when Baldur's Gate
5
3
пикселей ремастерд.
I have
Так
such
что
a love and appreciation for
я
this game.
оставляю вас.
And to everyone at Larian
Давайте.
Studios, I
Всего
know you guys are
хорошего.
watching, 'cause
Скоро
Thomas is on
придет
Twitter.
Джериха на
Seriously,
комментирование
seriously,
Final
thank you so
Fantasy
much
Pixel
for
Remastered.
making it
Так
such an
что
amazing game.
давайте,
Please
чат.
keep this up.
Удачи.
I really, really hope that other developers in the industry follow after your footsteps and make us these giant games with all this massive budget poured into it that are it's just such incredible fan service to us as players that we really enjoy. So thank you to Larian. Absolutely.
Всем привет.
I have an extensive shout out and thank you list, so I'm just going to keep going until they kick me off. First of all, number one, thank you to Jen, my friend who drove me here. She had to go back early and couldn't make it, so this run would not have been possible if she didn't take me here. Thank you to Delph, thank you to Kronos, thank you to Tomato. You guys are a fantastic coach, even if I kind of accidentally took up the entire
И
interface the
дальше
whole
будет
time.
Final
This was your
Fantasy.
Thank you to Ogam,
Последняя
at the
фантазия,
CSG
но на
Discord
самом деле
server.
нет.
He is the most insane man
Нас
any of us have
обманули.
ever met. He did
Не
almost
последняя.
all of the glitch hunting for this. He did a
Нас
ton of
обманули уже
routing,
сколько раз?
along
5
with Delph.
получается? 4?
Seriously,
4
thank you
раза.
to him.
Первое, давайте вот.
Thank you
Уроки
to,
математики. Первая Final
CJ, thank you to
Fantasy,
Grace, thank you to
последняя
Brian
Final
Otto, thank you to
Fantasy.
Sandy, thank you to all
Допустим.
the 18th floor dwellers at this
Первая,
event,
потом
for helping
вторая,
getting me
третья,
so
четвертая. Ну,
welcome.
получается, да, 5
And
5
this
раз
event is my
обманули.
first time at a con, it's my first time at a GDQ, and I had no idea what I was doing, I didn't know anyone, and they got me
Есть
very,
хоть
very
один
nicely so.
человек,
Thank you to Skylar and
которому
Amelia on my
интересна
back
эта игра?
couch,
Хоть
my
один.
best friends. Thank you so much to
Ребята,
them for
хоть
supporting
один,
me here.
хоть одна
Thank you to
душа
the CFG
существует в
speedrunning
данном
Discord
чате,
server.
на данной
That's where we
трансляции, которому
speedrun,
интересна эта
the
игра.
we
Final Fantasy 5
discuss
Pixel
about speedrunning
Remastered.
Baldur's Gate 3. If you're interested in joining, we are more than happy to help you and help you learn the run. You can find the link on the speedrun.com page for Baldur's Gate 3. And thank you to my mom, my grandma, my family at home who are currently having a
А
watch
если
party.
нет, что это может изменить?
It is
Вот, допустим, вы
insane.
меня спросите, а
It's
что может
so
поменяться,
insane
если
that we're
нет?
here. I'm so
Ничего.
happy to
Я
have
все равно буду ее
family that supports me
комментировать.
in what I'm doing.
Я все равно расскажу
You guys are
все. Я
awesome.
все равно
Thank you
расскажу
so much for all
100
your
плюс
support.
1%.
That's all I have. Take care.
Вот, точнее, я расскажу полное комментирование, плюс что-то сверх.